Hey y'all, let's talk Summer Madness. So I wanted to do this vlog yesterday after the event. However, I didn't have time. Had to rush home and all types of good stuff, so it didn't happen. But let's talk Summer Madness. So, the event started at 3, well, a little after 3. Let's talk the venue. It was jam-packed. I think it was Club World. It was at Club World. I kind of don't like that venue for large cards like that. Just because it felt like we were all on top of each other. There was literally not much room to move around. I was a little salty because my joints got stepped on. You see that? Do you see that? Do you see that? Like, tough. So yeah, I don't like that venue for a large card like that. And it wasn't but like 1,000, maybe 1,500 people in the building. But yeah, that event was too small for that. In comparison, I think Double Impact was literally down the sidewalk at the Fillmore. And that event was packed, yes, but there was still more room to move around. It's a much larger event space, more comfortable. Yeah, that event space is a lot better. So I don't know what's going on with URL, where they can't go back to the Fillmore, or maybe it was booked. But yeah, when they come to Charlotte, they need to look into that event space because it is a lot more space. But yeah, let's get into these battles. So starting out, there was this one rounder with the fake Jesus from, who was that, Charlie Clips battle. He kind of had a cameo, a small part in one of Charlie Clips rounds. I think that was against Yoshi. I think. He was doing good. Like, I thought he was doing really good. And he just kept going and kept going. And I hope that's a lesson for him, because if he had stopped at that point at which he was doing great, he kind of lost momentum, wasn't doing as much as he had been doing before in the round, and it just seemed like he was dragging it out and dragging it out and dragging it out. The crowd got tired of it. And yeah, that was just a bit much. Then the guy who went after him, excuse me because I forgot his name, but he did well, and he could have been underwhelming. Not that he was, but he could have been underwhelming, but saying some shit, and it still gave the appearance that he did better than the fake Jesus, because he just went on for so long. So the last memories is not that great portion that he had before. It's how he was just going on and on and on and not really saying too much. But the other guy was dope. Like, it was a surprise. He did all right. The first battle up on the card, I want to say was it Suge and Chess? Or was it Danny and Fonz? Okay, well, we're going to get into all of them, so let's just talk. I might be out of order. Y'all excuse me. Got brain fog, just woke up a little bit, so. Anyway. Chess and Suge. I think the first battle was Danny and Fonz, but we're going to get into Chess and Suge right quick. Chess. This choking thing is a serious problem. I was kind of disappointed because I was looking forward to him having an incredible showing, and his bars were okay. It's just Suge was too much for him. Way, way too much for him. To the point where everybody's calling it a body, and I wouldn't disagree. At the end of that battle, Suge wanted to keep going. Like when the crowd is chanting 3-0 and leave him alone, it's just like, yikes. You know what I'm saying? Danny's words, yikes. Like, it was rough. I think people got to really give Suge his flowers. I'm kind of guilty of not being a huge fan of his style and material. Like, the whole dunking on people and pocket checking to me was just like, yeah, whatever. But, yeah, Suge earned my respect yesterday. Like, he was really dope. Chess, he's really got to work on it because the bars are there. And I've heard it be said that people are still looking for the old Chess from when he first came out. And as time has gone on, he's just showing that he doesn't have it like that. You know, he doesn't have it like that. He might have the material together, but it's the preparation and performance part that is kind of lacking, and that's kind of disappointing. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would get it together and at least be able to get his bars off without all the choking and the acid reflux and all those issues that Chess seems to have when he does battle. But yeah, going back to Danny Myers and Fonz, that battle was I do remember, shout out to Piper Boy, I do remember him coming up to me like, what do you think? And I was like, bro, like, this is kind of a lackluster battle to me. I can't really say that it was a body or I really think that battle would come down to preference, to be honest. I expected more from Fonz, honestly speaking, and he just wasn't giving. Let's talk about the fact that I think this card was very, very, very good on paper. Like, when I looked at the battles and I'm looking at the matchups, like, hell yeah, this is getting ready to be a fire event in the Carolinas. So, you know, I was super stoked. Then, man, to watch all these battles, like, shout out to URL, because they put the matchups together that should have been dope. But, like, let's be real. It was very lackluster, dog. Like, it was not giving what it was given. Not for any of the matchups. I do think Suge should have performance of the night. By a mile. Like, Suge should definitely have performance of the night. If we're going to talk battle of the night, I would say Swamp and Tay Rock easily got battle of the night. And that was a surprise. Shout out to Swamp Town. Shout out to Swamp. I am so very proud of bro. He has been doing amazing. I am super proud of him. It was good to see him put on in the way that he did for the Carolinas. Now, going into Swamp and Tay Rock. Now, a lot of people had Swamp getting totally washed by Tay Rock. Totally washed. I didn't do a prediction blog, but Tay Rock is one of my faves. Like, really one of my faves. When he said that bar about him being on most people's Mount Rushmore, that is a fact. However, I've watched Swamp's progression, and like, that's the hometown bro. So I was kind of in this weird space of wanting Swamp to win, but knowing what Tay Rock is capable of. So yeah, I was very, very proud to see Swamp be able to go toe-to-toe with Tay Rock, I feel like. That first round of Swamp's was dope. But I did give the first round to Tay Rock. Tay Rock's first round was incredible. That stomping through something and stomping through the swamp and turn these somethings into mud boots or some shit like that. He said, like, the whole venue went crazy. It was dope. Tay Rock showed his ass that first round. Swamp did too. Tay Rock showed his ass that first round. Swamp, I gave him the second and the third. So, of course, in my opinion, I gave Swamp that battle. Tay Rock kind of beat himself, though, if we being honest. because he made those comments about Swamp being country. He harps so much on him being country and eating raccoon and all type of weird shit that I think it played against him. When it came to the crowd, like they actually got to booing Tay Rock, like booing him incessantly. So to the point Swamp and his folks had to tell him to calm down and stop booing. But yeah, when you go into these venues and these locations where you're gonna be in front of a country crowd, it might not be such a great idea to be saying those types of things that may offend those people, those same people who are gonna boo or cheer for you. So I think that kind of played against him in that sense. He beat himself, so to speak. So yeah, I gave that second and third to Rock. I loved when Swamp said, Smack, next time you have a gun titles event, don't call him and don't bring them to the South with that shit. I loved it. Like, all of Swamp Town, all that side went crazy. Again, I was super, super proud of the good bro. He did a wonderful job. Tay Rock did an awesome job too. Not to take anything from him. It just, last night was Swamp's night, I felt like, anyway. So, yeah. Next up, let's talk about Chess. No. We talked about Chess. Let's talk about Averb and Hollow Da Don. That was a surprise. An okay surprise. Verb came through and was Verb. And I'll leave it at that. Verb was Verb. And Hollow did great. That was to be expected. His outfit, get up, I felt like was kind of a nod to Pat Stay. He was dressed to the nines, and it was dope. Tossed his hat in the crowd, all that good stuff. It was dope, but yeah. I think it was okay. I'm not gonna knock it. I think it was okay. Verb. I'll leave it at that. Now, let's talk about JC and Surf. Another lackluster battle. Let's be honest. Surf was not surfing. Surf, I feel like wasn't in the bag that I was expecting him to be in. And maybe it was because he was rushed. He kind of had that same energy that he had with that Cortez battle, where he just wasn't, I don't feel like he was there, if it makes sense. But then again, I also felt like that could be strategic, because he didn't know what he was up against with JC. You just know that this is a guy who has this incredible pen, so you don't know if it's going to go in your favor or not. So I feel like it was, I don't want to say half-assed, but I'm going to say half-assed. It was a half-assed effort, so that in case he didn't win the battle, it could be like, oh, well, I didn't give a damn about the battle. I didn't do my best because I really didn't care about it. And on JC's behalf, I felt like bro wasn't in his usual bag. And that kind of played against him. By the time Surf and JC battled, the crowd was tired. They were whooped. It was after 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30. And those people had been in there since 1:30. Like, they done worked the full shift in there on their feet, moving around, hot, cramped up. That crowd was ass, but they were tired. I give them that excuse, because if you look down into the crowd, they were just packed in there like sardines, like on top of each other. They were fatigued by that point. So I think had they went earlier in the night, maybe the energy would have been different. So yeah, that battle there, very, very lackluster. Some of these battles, I'm not even going to give you a winner. Like, I would just tell you, like, watch for yourself. See who you think. If you didn't watch, then watch for yourself. And see who you got or what you got. And if what you feel or think matches up with what I think. But yeah, that one there was very underwhelming. The whole card was so underwhelming. I was low-key sad about that. Because I was so excited. Like, Summer Madness in Charlotte, shit gonna be lit. And for the most part, it was. It just, after a while, it seemed like the more battles came, like, the worse they got. So then Fonz and Easy, same thing. Now, let me go back to JC and Surf. I don't think Surf washed JC. I'm going to get into this before I get into the last battle. I don't think Surf washed JC the way that he should have. And I also don't think JC did with Surf what he could have. Because you've been wanting this battle for so very long. And that's what you gave. So I was kind of disappointed in that. And add to the fact that you're hoping to get this battle with Lux. Like, is that a performance that they're going to want to book against Lux? Could you say that performance or those bars would beat Lux? I don't know about that one, love. So, yeah. I think he needs to go back to the drawing board with that one. I did appreciate the fact that he sped up. Like, that was one of the bits of advice that people had kept giving in preparation for this battle. Like, he can't take so long to get to the punches. And I don't think he did that this time. But maybe not so much of that attempting to rapid fire. And also not so much of going the long walk to get to those punches. But he should have engaged the crowd more. We're used to the JC. I know. We only got one of those. We got more I knows from Surf than we did from JC. So, yeah. Last battle. Easy and Calico. And now Cal would not come out until they play his song. I love the promo. I'm here for it. And he about wrapped his whole damn first verse off of it. I'm here for it. Because if you don't promote yourself, nobody else is going to. So I was totally here for that. I love that part of it. But now getting into the rounds. Cal was saying some shit. I won't take that away from him. The Wizard was in his bag. Like, he was definitely saying some shit. But again, that crowd being fatigued kind of played into that. I don't think they really understand that sometimes they need that energy. I won't so much say that it's gas, but they need that energy. And when you're not getting it, then it can be defeating, I think, and throw you off. Not so much as in you lose, defeating as in you lose, but you need that. I don't want to call it gas, but like that energy kind of helps with the performance. That's why sometimes people, in my opinion, will repeat bars or repeat shit they think people didn't catch for that reaction. And by the time they went on, it was just so late. Everybody was so tired. They just were not getting that. Easy. That was not the Easy we've been seeing lately. That was a totally beatable Easy. The aggression wasn't really there. The bars were, but they weren't really there. That was a beatable Easy. For Charlie Clips to be in the comments and say, I've seen what I need to see from both. I'll see y'all soon. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Neither one of those performances could have stood up to a Charlie Clips. He's already one of those people who are very hard to beat, period. So to watch as a fan and as a commentator, I was just like, yeah, no, this ain't giving what it was supposed to give. Maybe they should have had John John against Easy. I could have seen that, and that been a better battle for that card. Not to say that Calico didn't do his thing. It just wasn't, like I said, it wasn't giving what it needed to give. Overall, the event was all right. It was all right. It wasn't giving what I was expecting Summer Madness to give. It wasn't feeling like Summer Madness, as Calico says. I did love the Murder Mook versus Geechee Gotti announcement. I was here for that. I can't wait to see that go down. They've got a couple of cards coming up here in the near future, so I'm excited to hear those announcements and see where they're going to be. If it's practical, you definitely need to come out. I always tell people the energy is so much different than when you're watching it on the app and when you're actually in the building. You get to see certain things that you wouldn't see there. You get to feel the energy of the performers and of the crowd. You know, it's a whole vibe. Now, I did get to see one of my faves. I've forever and a day been a Remy Ma fan, and she's so beautiful. She kept watching me, kept looking, kind of looking. So I made it my business to go say hi. I got me a really dope picture. I gotta get my editing down packed because I got so many nice pictures. I got nice video and all that, but I don't know how to edit. I'm gonna start working on that. But yeah, Arsenal, shout out to him. He's very dope. I had a good time. The shots were flowing. I don't really drink, but you know, shots were flowing in the section. The section we were in was just so lit, like incredibly lit. I had a great time overall. Again, the card wasn't giving everything I expected it to give, and that's okay. Hopefully the next one will be better, is all I can say. Shout out to URL. Shout out to Piper Boy Williams. Bro kept making it his business to come find me and ask me, you know, how you think this one going? How you think that one going? Which is really dope. I don't know. I watch his blogs. If you don't watch Piper Boy Williams, which I doubt because he's had such a large channel. If you don't watch, go watch bro's videos. They're very entertaining. I love it. I had to tell him, I love your investment blogs. People don't know, like, the type of jewels that he drops in those videos are ones to set you up financially. And those are the keys that we need. So I get that, you know, we watch those videos, his videos, for battle rap. But at the same time, I don't want people to miss those valuable jewels that he is giving away. So, yeah, like I told him, do more of those investment blogs. And if you're able, subscribe to his channel when he makes that channel, or when he does those investment blogs. Check them out. Even if you're not prepared right now, he may say something or give you a little insight into something that could work for you down the road. And if you are ready right now, he's definitely dropping jewels that could help you when it comes to the investment vehicles that may be good for you or you may need to check out. So big shout out to Piper Boy Williams. Who else? Big shout out to Debo. His annoying ass was all over the venue, but he does a great job. Like, he's such an asset to the team. So big shout out to Debo. I was looking incredible. So if you saw me, shout out to you if you said hi. Follow, like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. This vlog has gone on long enough. Let me know what y'all think about these matchups. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna try to edit. Now, if I can't get it, then I just can't get it. But I'm gonna try to edit the pictures and that little snippet of video, because I swear I thought John and Arsenal holding Suge back. It looked like they was getting ready to scrap to me. But I'm glad to know that they weren't. They was just like, yo, you've done enough. Like, leave him alone. But it was a little crazy at the end of that battle. Again, shout out to all of the battle rappers. Shout out to all of the people that I did get to meet, shake hands with. I'm a hugger, give little hugs to, all that good stuff. It was a very dope vibe yesterday. If you didn't get to come, you kind of missed out. That showed us you have to get your tickets. When these people drop these events, get your tickets. Don't wait. Don't delay. None of that. Get your tickets. It was good to see 40 Bars and a couple of other folks. I'll leave it at that. I ain't gonna spill no tea on this blog, even though, you know, I could. But I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna spill no tea. Anyway, let me get out of here. I ain't got no lashes on. I look tired. I'm very tired. That's it. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at TheBattleRapBay. And yeah, I'm out of here.